Alright, let's go through the rest of the roadmap, eh? In recent years, we've provided a high-level roadmap with aspirational goals for the upcoming year. This has proven beneficial in providing transparency and insight into the game's direction and setting expectations. Due to the nature of the game design, aspirational goals often meet with reality, demands, and difficulties impacting or outright blocking development from coming to fruition. Looking back on the previous two roadmaps, there is a marked improvement this year. While we did not reach all the goals we had set forward, we came far closer and delivered some unexpected improvements. As we look forward to 2025 and beyond, modifications to the roadmap will provide better clarity and communication.
Basically, this is Orion's way of saying, hey, don't take it that seriously. We did good, or we did as best as we could. There you go.
Like, honestly, you could plan your future like 5 years in advance, but there's always the unknowns and things are going to change.
Someone did mention this in the forums earlier today, too. What about the kinship revamps? I remember that in the 2024 development update roadmap. We didn't get a kinship revamp. They're like, what if this whole transferring is like a kinship revamp?
Gosh. I mean, they could just throw it in there. Why not?
Yeah, they won't.
But wasn't it Orion was saying he really wanted a kinship update to have more meaning?
Yeah, I doubt we're going to get that anytime soon now.
No. It's another ambition that was just tossed into the bowl and just hasn't come about yet. First, we are reducing the number of details on the roadmap to provide more concise and accurate information. Details explained beyond the 6 months are often shift due to priorities or resource demands and become irrelevant or wrong. To avoid this, we are planning to provide an overview of the year ahead and modify the roadmap quarterly with insight into development 6 months at a time. This should allow us to communicate the current state of implementation and potential shifts in goals and priorities. And then here we are with the 2025 development update. The roadmap. So in the first quarter, so this is sort of January through March.
Yeah.
There's going to be a new raid, a quality of life update, changes to the deed log. From my understanding, it's going to be like a UI user interface update.
They mentioned it was to modernize the interface.
One thing I've really been wanting, like I keep talking about it with the deed log, is a search option. Because it's so often that I'll be like thinking, oh, what's that deed? What's that deed? And I really wish I could just search it. Or just search like a keyword to try find it. You're also going to be doing bug fixes and update to birding.
So, you know what's interesting about all of this? First of all, the raid's done. Because that's the Legacy Morgoth raid you get with the expansion. And I think they said that it was done basically when Legacy Morgoth even came out. The quality of life updates, I want to know what the specifics are. I kind of doubt they're going to get it done in Q1. Also, the update to birding, that's been done too. They've, like, pretty much, I'm pretty sure for the update to birding, it's going to be the next region. How do you say it? I can never say it.
Like Ravanian.
Ravanian. Yeah. Like, Orion already said he already had that done, like, a while ago now. So, I'm sure we'll get that. Who's even thrilled about it, right? Sorry. Orion, like, you're doing great, man, but, like, come on, birding.
Angelica says, one day they will give us the Hobbit Runekeeper. Hopium. No, never. They're just going to expect you to get rid of hobbits.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi says, I've been asking for the search in the deed log for like 5 years. Dude, we need it. We need to make it easier.
Yeah.
So if we look at quarter 2, 18-year anniversary, a content pack, uniting Shigana, so that's going to be more Legacy of Morgoth stuff, new instance, and a new raid.
Legacy of Morgoth. Content pack, probably Legacy of Morgoth.
Well, if it's not going to be Legacy of Morgoth, what would you hope for it to be?
Probably something in an earlier level region, but I doubt it. Like, if they could expand into South Farthing. No, I'm kidding. No.
Level 150 content, South Farthing, please.
Right. It'd be cool if they could offer a content pack for an older region, like they've been doing in the previous years. Because it's been a while since we've had something, right? Like, the Angle was the last thing, right?
I think so.
And that was... these aren't expansions. These are content packs, I guess, or
War and High are saying Grey Havens would be awesome.
Yes, that would be cool.
High also said, I'd actually love if they made Sarah Oakart 5% slower.
No, man. No.
In quarter 3, the summer update. So there's going to be free updates, system enhancements, and more.
I don't know what they're referring to by free updates, but my guess is that has to refer to the High Elves or whatever. But High Elves could be a quality of life update too, but I kind of doubt it.
What if they updated the dwarf player models?
Yeah, they aren't going to do that for a while.
Hey, free update. Make the dwarf shirtless work on the stat-axes as well, please.
Right? Come on.
I want a hairy shirtless stat-axe. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what they mean by system enhancement either. I've not heard anything about that.
And then for quarter 4, there's going to be an expansion pack, level cap increase, new landscape, and more.
What do you guys think we're going to get?
Are they going to push...
Run.
Well, yeah, do you think they'll push in further north or south?
Yeah, I think they're going further north.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Connect up, like, Mordor, the areas between Mordor and Legacy.
What do you think the level cap would be? Just 160? It'd be cool if they pushed it to 175. But I think that might be too far.
That would be way too far.
Yeah.
I feel like it would just be another 10 level increment.
Yeah.
Because that's what they tend to do.
What if they did 5 levels? That would be good.
I don't think it would work. Because the amount of content they tend to push into the new expansion every 2 years is definitely enough for 10 levels.
Fair.
Unless they were to, downscale how much XP you get through zones for levels. Like, it's probably going to be 10 again.
Yeah, fair.
High says what they really need to do is reduce the grind for non-in-game content on the non-legendary servers. From watching and talking to, Sissa, she did, Hypebold, and I'm always like, I'd love to go do it again, but I just don't have, the grind.
I love it.
It's definitely become a lot easier to do that now, but then I look at other things and I'm like, if I were to go into Gondor and I wanted to get the level 100 stuff, flower picking. Mm-hmm. You're not going to catch me doing flower picking anytime soon. No way.
I think the problem is, I think that now, I would say that you can do this too, Ganto. I feel like a lot of us have kind of mastered how to level fast. It's just that when you level fast, you miss a lot of stuff. Yeah. And we don't want to miss the stuff. So that's the problem. It's like, we could obviously get to these high levels kind of quick. It could be a few months if we're being honest. But it's just... Then your virtues are out of it. Then your gear's probably a mess. But not only that, there's probably deeds you've missed. Well, obviously there are deeds you've missed. And there's just other rep you've probably missed too, and other items that you missed throughout the throughout the whole game. And then of course the story, I
find I don't worry too much about my virtues these days, because realistically, I just go with the flow. If I complete deeds as I progress, I do find I complete a lot of deeds when I'm in Rohan, just because they send you everywhere, and you kill stuff along the way. Mm-hmm. Moria is most of the time I get a lot of the exploration stuff done in Moria, and a lot of the simpler slayers. Yeah, but I don't go out of my way. I don't go out of my way to make sure I get all of them.
Right.
War says Grey Havens, the Far Downs, or Linden in general, just saying.
Yeah.
For example, says hi, the really good stuff for 130 costs about 9,000 motes per essence outside Anak Kurfu, and that's straight up BS. The level 75 and the 100 to 115 grinds are insane as well.
They are. I feel like those are the hardest, because Rohan is just so... boring sometimes. And it's where else do you go? Where else? What is 75? Limlet Gorge or whatever?
Well, see, it gets
Great
messy
River?
Once you hit level 60.
Yeah.
Because once you hit level 60, you go to Mirkwood or you go to Endworth. And then once you get to 65, you go to Dunland. Love it. But then when you hit 70, you either technically continue with Dunland, or you go to the Great River. War says, Moria, I'm 2 weeks in and I have nothing to do. Should have given us Mirkwood. Well, the thing is, when they introduce a new server, the first part, the 1 to 50, that's always going to give you a lot of content. And when they start progressively putting out the other expansions, I don't know, it kind of gives you a chance to catch up and work on other characters. And, tell me, War, have you got all of the in-game stuff? All the level 60 in-game stuff yet?
Have you done the raids?
Have you done the Battle of Lorien? Have you done all of the deeds in Lothlorien?
Yes, B. I feel like the burning meme is coming around to bite us in the bum.
Oh, yeah. Hi says, I'd really like to know how they're going to continue with the crafting system, given that they have committed a lot of effort to the Umbar crafting system.
Same.
Well, you said yes, and I'm kindred with LOTRO.
Dang, man.
But have you done every single deed in the game thus far? Just saying, are all your virtues maxed? Have you got one character of every single class
Virtues
maxed?
Oh my god.
Like, you still got stuff you can do, man. Just saying. Alright, what else have we got in here? Not really much more to read. First quarter will include a 6-boss raid and 3 wings to challenge players at 150. Refresh of the deed panel, modernizing the interface and data management. Myriad bug fixes, more class adjustments, and new areas to go birding. Additional alterations necessary for legendary servers and Angmar will also continue. Current plan is to release the update before the end of Feb. By the time Feb arrives, we should be positioned to extend details of the roadmap into Quarter 3 and provide greater details on Quarter 2's release. We want to take this time to thank you for your continued support and love of the game. We look forward to next year and beyond with great anticipation and expectation. We hope you will join us as the road goes on. For now, we will release more details as we get closer to the first release of 2025. And as always, I remain Orion. As I said, nobody's ever happy. They work on low-level content / revamping, and in-game players are upset. They focus on new high-level stuff, and alcoholics are bored of stale content.
Yeah, true. You're very right on that, Singer. I think my thing is, like, I just wish that they would make the game systems better. I'm really hoping with the system enhancement and the quality of life update that they do, like, take time to make things just overall better for how the game works and flows. Like, I'm really glad they're doing the 64-bit servers, like, truly. Because if we can reduce lag one way or another, I'm thrilled. But, yeah, I just feel like I don't want them to focus on content for a wee bit. I just want them to, like, I just want them to, make the game feel better. Because it's falling apart in just some of the smallest little updates or fixes that you could do, right?
Aligning with what Zinger said, like, obviously you want to keep your players happy, who you have, and that's where you look at. It's hard to look at it from, like, an in-game player perspective versus a casual player perspective. I think of myself as a casual player. But then you also need to try and think of how you can get more people interested and into the game.
Yeah.
And that's where more options with the early start is where they try to captivate and get more players in. Because, like, you imagine coming into the game fresh, obviously it's different for us because we've been around, for a long time. But imagine someone comes in and they make a new character and they test it out, they get to level 30 and they're like, okay, this is cool. Now I want to play another character.
Right.
And then imagine if you were locked into only having, like, the 1 or 2 options for questing. Like, that's going to deter you. Mm-hmm. So having all these different options to level is great. And I think that's something that some other MMOs do quite well, having all those different options for leveling. But yeah, like, as Zinger said, you can't, it's hard to impress everyone. And that's what SSG has to work out where their focus should be.
Right.